Fabio Vieira is in London for Arsenal Medical. A story that was broken yesterday by Pedro from Portugal, who has really been trending all over because of him breaking this story that Arsenal really did undercover. Most of us never expected this story to happen like so, but thank God it has really come to happening, and he is now in London for an Arsenal Medical. Welcome to Rokani Media. How are you guys? How are you watching us? How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video to this channel in there. Today, we are into the Arsenal transfer news. Second signing of Arsenal. You can really call it the third if at all you consider Matana in there for you. But the first signing of Arsenal this summer was a player who was by names of Marquinhos. Now, Fabio Vieira was announced in here, and he is now in London to complete or to undergo his medical at London Conley, and then Arsenal will do his announcement very, very soon in there for you. This story has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. He has gone ahead to say that Fabio Vieira is in London with his agents to complete his move to Arsenal. Medical already scheduled today morning. Vieira is understood to have accepted Arsenal proposal immediately, more than happy for this chance. Arsenal are now preparing paperwork to be signed in there for you. Those that don't know how transfers work, after an agent of a player agrees with the team that's really going to take him now in this instance or in this incident, it's been Arsenal's Edu negotiating with the agent of Fabio Vieira. After they agree personal terms, then they'll tell Arsenal to contact the team where this player is. Now Arsenal contacted FC Porto. They agreed on the amount of money. A release clause was 50 million euros, but Arsenal negotiated down to 40 million euros in there for you, and they got him at 35 million euros, and 5 million pounds will come in as add-ons. Now after that, a player has to travel to his final destination of the team that is paying money to acquire his services and do a medical. And after him doing a medical, guess what happens? If he passes it, paperwork is signed, and then it's announced as a done deal for both teams in there for it. Now, he is in Arsenal, London, and he's going to do a medical today. That is Fabio Vieira. Of course, he's going to pass it because he's not an injury-prone player. He's not known as that kind of player who has been really going through bad or worse in there for you, like being out for so much period of time. When you look at his stats this season, he played close to 27 games, and 15 of those, he came from the bench in there for you. That is a player who goes by names of Fabio in there for you. So it shows you that he's not an injury-prone player. He has been playing almost every game in there for you, and he has been available and not an injury-prone player in there for you. That is Fabio Vieira in for you, who is already in London to do a medical in there for you. He landed yesterday night for your information, and he is already there to do the needful in there for you. And that is a player who goes by the names of Fabio in there for you. Those that don't know about him, he's 22 years of age. He plays as a central attacking midfielder, and he is in London to complete his medical in there for you. Then James Ollie has something he told us about this. James Ollie is a senior football writer at ESPN, Society of Editors at ASIAC, and he is an LFA panel member. He had something to tell us about this, the arrival of this Portuguese international. Therefore, he said Fabio Vieira is due to have a medical in London on Friday, and will finalize terms on what is expected to be 5-year contract. Barring any last-minute issues, the deal is expected to be completed in the coming days. That means James Ollie in there for it. We believe like this deal is going to be announced like tomorrow, because the medical is going to be done today, and he's going to pass it obviously, and the deal is going to be announced tomorrow, and then the shirt number will be shown by the player. I think on today's Friday. I think it can be done on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. But if I told you here that Arsenal has agreed personal terms and has submitted a bid to either Leicester City or Man City for Tielemans and Gabriel Jesus respectively, expect this deal to be announced as soon as possible, because they don't want this deal to be covered by news of Gabriel Jesus or Tielemans, because those are the two players that Arsenal fans look like they can't wait them to be announced in there for you. Now today, before we really proceed to what we are really going to give you later on this video, allow me bring you which kind of player Arsenal have signed in here for you, because you really need to know in there for you which type of player Arsenal signed. They say it's coming in from Talent Scout in there for you, and they say that Fabio Vieira is an advanced wide playmaker, highly technical and creative, exceptional ability to maneuver in tight spaces, has the vision, confidence and ability to execute killer passes and pinpoint crosses, fast and agile, high football IQ, set piece specialist in there for you. That last bit of it is something we should talk about. How many set pieces did Arsenal score? How many free kicks did Arsenal score? I only remember one. Martin Odegaard against a team which goes by name Burnley. That's the only one that I remember. If you remember anyone else, you can come in and really remind me, but I remember Arsenal scored only one set piece in the entire Premier League. But when you look at teams like Liverpool, they had mob, Man City had mob, like 4-5. Even Chelsea had some from Mason Mount and Marcos Alonso. They really converted some in there. So this is something that has not been at Arsenal. He's a free kick specialist. So when he comes in and really delivers them as they are really wanted by the free kick specialist in there for you, and as coached by, is it Nicolas something, the set piece coach of Arsenal, he's really going to get a reference point, because every time Arsenal has been getting free kicks, I've seen people like Suarez, who was playing as a right back, coming in and trying to go ahead. Is it Suarez? Yeah, Suarez. Is it Denis Suarez? Derek Suarez trying to take free kicks. Then Odegaard comes in through. Then who else? Thomas Partey. So that means Arsenal lacks a pattern or a constant player who is a proved free kick specialist and set piece specialist in there for you. To an extent that Arsenal has not been having a very good return on free kicks and set pieces like corners and so on and so on in there. But when you have headers of the ball, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, Thomas Partey, people of that height who are good at heading the ball and winning headers on the opponents, then you need a player who is a set piece specialist to deliver that ball such that it is really so much proportional and in space for an Arsenal player to come and meet it, to head it at the back of the net in there for you. So that is something I've seen from him, that he's a free kick specialist. Arsenal have been lacking a player like him. And secondly, has vision, confidence and ability to execute killer passes and pinpoint crosses. That is something that Martin Odegaard offers, but he needs someone else to really help him out, because Martin Odegaard won't do that game in, game out. There are games that Martin Odegaard won't be functioning, and then a Fabio Vieira will come in and do and save Arsenal. So that's the beauty of this kind of player that Arsenal have brought in here onto our channel. Then they've brought us his stats at the side, which goes by the names of FC Porto. They are so much amazing when you look at them. He played 27 games, 46 shots, 34 chances created, 21 take-ons completed, 14 big chances created, 14 assists and 6 goals in there for you. The joint most assists, and he only played 130. He played 1,327 minutes in there for you. That is a player who goes by the names of Fabio Vieira. He really played little minutes, but he had the most number of assists in the Premier La Liga of Portugal. It shows you how much big this player is for Arsenal. He is undergoing a medical right now at London Colney, and we expect good news that is going to pass it in here onto Rokani Media Football. Feel free to go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about Fabio Vieira in London for Arsenal Medical that is undergoing right now at London Conley, and we expect news to come out that he has really passed it and paperwork is going to be signed for this young Portuguese who is 22 years of age, and he is really one for the future, and he is going straight into that starting lineup of Arsenal. I'm here planning to go ahead and do how Arsenal is going to line up with Fabio Vieira, because it looks like he's coming in through Arsenal wants to really stick to a 4-3-3. No playing with a double midfield pivot next time or next season. It's going to be 4-3-3 in there for you. So your reactions are welcome into the comment section below. I go by the names of Rokani David, and you can follow me on Twitter at Rokani Media FB in there for you for more news, because we cannot come out and really portray every story in here for you. Trust me, guys, you should be lenient and really feel for me, because do you know how many teams are really into the transfer market? They are really doing lots of businesses, and how can I really come in here and really do all those stories? So the only place to be is Rokani Media FB on Twitter. Go and look for that Twitter account, subscribe to it, follow it up, and everything is going to be going on, and every story you won't miss out. I'm out for now. See you later, and good morning.